visiting Americans, and we are underway straight into it. Savacci with a great run to the first turn. Is that 3 Can-Am whole shots going to Hayden Melross?
Wow, that is cool. Hayden Melross with another whole shot, putting himself in a great position. It looked like Savacci clearly had it going down the start straight, but Melross coming from the outside.
A down rider there, just coming out of turn number 1. I saw.
Looks like it might be Metcalf. Unfortunately, in his last professional race.
Oh, that's disappointing. Oh, who's that down on the inside? Is it Yamaha?
Beaton or Moss down on the inside. Just looks like he's got his leg caught right now. Can't get up.
Okay, here we go for a replay. Oh, on the left, green Kawasaki 24. Oh, he collected Clout. I saw Clout back there. Oh, that was a hard hit. On the right-hand side of the screen, at the back.
Yeah, Clout goes from the right to the left. Unfortunately, Medi had already taken off in mid-flight. Clout hits his bike, didn't mean to at all. Unfortunately, Metcalf down hard, and this ground is not soft.
So, is that the number 1 machine of Dean Wilson leading this? With an absolutely torn up shoulder, leads the way in the final race of the night in front of Savacci. Melross is there as well. Dylan Wills, there is Moss. He was the rider that was down. Another replay here. This is Moss. Look to the right-hand, left-hand side of the screen.
Oh, he gets hit from behind by his teammate Jed Beaton. Looked like he had came in just a little bit too quick, was doubling into that turn, hit the side of Mossy. Down they go. There's chaos everywhere.
This track has claimed a lot of riders, but it is Wilson that leads the way in front of Savacci. The 2 championship contenders battling it out. Wilson would love to have taken this fight all the way to the end, but he knows that this one's probably out of his grasp with the shoulder injury that he sustained a week ago. He will try his best to ride through this race, and he's doing good right now, honestly.
You got to love the commitment from Dean Wilson to be out there right now. I believe he has a torn labrum, very, very sore shoulder. Didn't even know if he was even going to be able to ride today. Came out early in qualifying practice, said it was very sore, but he thought he could do it. And then the adrenaline takes over. And look at this, he's out front leading right now. 8 points behind in this championship. Obviously, Savacci's had some great races so far tonight. Dino's been a little bit further back in the pack, so if they finish like they are, Joey would wrap up this championship, but you never know. Dino's out there trying his best.
Dino is doing everything he can to try and salvage this, pick up as many points as he can. As we go back a little bit further, there is Beaton in front of Tanti. So this is a good little battle between these riders. They are in front of Melross. It's right there as well. And then Hunter Lawrence. I forgot we had Hunter Lawrence out there.
Yeah, another Hunter Lawrence sighting. It's a tale of 3 different races for Hunter. Bad start first one, buried in the pack. Great start the second one and was gone. Absolutely super, super fast laps. Now another bad start. So you wonder if he got caught up in that first turn or maybe even down that first rhythm lane, but looks like he's in 6th place right now.
So Savacci has made the pass into the leads. We expected that would come at some time. So he's starting to set sail and work his way towards this championship for the 2024 series. Battle here between Tanti and Beaton starting to head up. Also just behind them with Melross and Lawrence as Tanti goes to the inside.
And this would be huge for Joey Savacci out front. To be able to win the championship and win the overall night. Wow, what a night for Honda. What a night for Joey Savacci. To come here last minute. Similar story as to Shane McElrath. Yuri called him at kind of the last minute and said, hey, you want to come race Australia? They said, absolutely, we'll come. And here we are, battling for championships.
There is Lawrence on the 96 machine to the inside, trying to make some moves as this track really starts to develop a lot of ruts. Look at that, Lawrence unable to get up and over the tabletop there.
Oh, Tanti's down, but it looked like Tanti made a mistake before the finish. He went from the left side to the right. Hunter sensed that, so he just jumped up on top, but the track is so treacherous, and the reason why is you can see right here in this replay, watch this front tire right here, just tucks out from underneath him. It's that soil underneath. You don't really expect it. As soon as it hits a slick spot, it just goes, doesn't give you any warning at all.
So Tanti back up and running. You you see flicking off the back wheel there. There's some landmines that these riders are negotiating on their way around that particular part of the track. It's the left-hander here. We still have 8 laps to go in this race, which for them, after doing 2 other races, would probably feel pretty long. It is on Wilson.
We just got on the corner of our. Wilson was trying to go around Savatgy.
I think he went back to the lead.
And it looks like
Savatgy's got a flat tire.
Does he?
If you just look past this, have a look to your right here, because Savatgy is starting to go backwards.
I think you're right, Danny. Looks like Savatgy. I'm looking out the window. I know you're not supposed to do that, but it looks like he does have a flat rear tire.
Wow. So if he rolls around, man, I've got to try and do some maths here. There's a big gap between them, though, in the series points at the moment. But if he rolls right back to a point where he doesn't score any points, that could play against us here.
Well, it's the 3-race tally, so he's got a pretty good tally coming in. Obviously, some good finishes in race 1 and 2. So if he can just score some points here, get a decent overall finish. But we're really not sure right now. We're trying to do the math here in the booth. Savatgy is declining. Obviously, every corner he's getting past. This is so unfortunate. And this race is 12 laps long, so we still have several laps to go in this race.
And he's not going to be able to hold his position. So we'll get a live update on the series point as they continue on in this race. Each time they go over the finish line, we'll have a new updated points. Right now, it's 10 points the difference between Savatgy and Dean Wilson for the championship.
We've talked about it, Danny. Anything can happen at any time. This is exactly why Dean Wilson lines up with an injury. You never know what can happen. And that's why he's gritting it out. Well, I'm sure it's very, very painful right now.
There is 6 points now, the difference as they cross the line. And Savatgy is continuing to go back, but he's getting to a point where he's almost out of the points scoring. So I think he's going to be okay. It's going to be finishing very close.
Yeah, and the 2 guys, Matt Moss and Brett Metcalf, have crashed out. So the very worst that Savatgy can get, as long as he continues to circulate, is 18th place. So,
well, look in the background here. Wilson needs to win this race and pick up as many points as he can. However, look in the background of this shot, because the 96 of Hunter Lawrence is right there, about to get up there and challenge for the lead.
Hopefully that tire will stay on the rim, because what can happen sometimes is that tire will get off the rim, the bead will come off. There's Hunter right there all over Dean, and Dean just has to go. He knows it's all or nothing right now.
Wow, series points, round points at the moment. Can you believe this? Hunter Lawrence can win, but Jet Beaton will be in second there as they sit at the moment.
I think Savatgy, even with the 18th right now, would still get,
6 points?
Yes, and still win the championship.
Well, how's this? Steve Wilson is about to come around and see Savatgy is about to be a lap down. Lawrence continues to push very hard, unable to triple through there. Triples out the last ones, touches the top box, real wheel over the top.
He's going for it right now. Hunter wants to get this win. Dino doesn't want anything but to get this win. He knows the enormity of this situation. Look, he doesn't know exactly where the points are. Even if they finish like this, I don't think he would win the championship, but he doesn't know. He just seen his championship rival, Joey Savatgy, rolling around. Their lines almost crossed, just like the Nicoletti deal earlier in the SX1 class, but
roughness, as we just saw going into that turn, is really going to be testing that shoulder. Up and over the triple again. We have 3 laps to go when they cross the line this time around.
And talking to Dean, this is the most difficult section for him, the whoops. Trying to hold your shoulder up, manage that G in between each one of those whoops right there. It's really, really difficult. You need a lot of strength in your shoulder. He doesn't have hardly any strength right now, so to be doing what he's doing is so impressive.
3 laps to go. The battle is on for the lead. 96 of Hunter Lawrence.
Oh, that's not going to feel good on the shoulder.
No, landing hard like that will be terrible. He'd be in immense pain right now. Both riders going to the inside. Not too far back from both of these guys. Beaton is still there as well. They have not got away from him.
Hunter goes triple in. Dino goes double. Watch, it's Dean's left shoulder. So if you can see, I've noticed a couple times his left elbow will drop. That's just purely from not having any strength in that shoulder, especially going through here, these big rhythm lanes like this. Now, this is where you can relax. It may seem like one of the toughest parts of the track with the big triples, where you take a deep breath, let go of the handlebars a little bit, then you get into one of the toughest parts, these whoops.
Lawrence looking to the outside on the exit of the whoops. Down towards the finish line as Beaton negotiates his way through the ruts. Look at the back shots. There is Wilson still up and over. Both these riders coming short. 2 laps to go. Can Wilson hold on? And will he close this one out? Lawrence looks to the outside. Both riders very close. They'll both dive to the inside here. No, Lawrence to the outside.
Can he launch past him right here? He launches the single up right up next to him. Dino grabs a handful of throttle and goes around the outside of Hunter.
A lot of respect between these two riders. Neither of them putting each other in danger as they give themselves plenty of room on the track. They will come around. 1 lap to go. Dean Wilson, imagine how happy he would be to get this win if he can close out this race. To the inside, Lawrence skims these.
And you know what's going through Dean's mind right now? He's thinking, am I going to win the championship? Did I score enough points in the first 2 races to get a good overall, to get enough championship points to get this? Hunter's still trying everything to get past for this lead.
Last lap, Lawrence tries to get to the inside. He's going to be forceful. Dean won't put up too much of a fight if it comes to it. Both riders taking each other's lines as they get deep into this lap traffic.
Oh, they both elect to go to the inside right there. Hunter takes the very far inside line, makes a little mistake on the down ramp of that wall. Double, triple for Dean, triple, double for Hunter. Nothing wrong. Oh, Dean makes a mistake. Can Hunter go around the outside? Square him up right here. It gets down to the inside.
Oh, man. What a race this has been. But Dean just doesn't have that fight. Hunter Lawrence around the outside. Moves to the lead. Dean will do one last dive, but it's not going to be enough. Hunter Lawrence is going to go through this right-hander towards the finish line. Last time. Melbourne is on their feet at the moment as Hunter Lawrence comes around and picks up the win.
What a race.
What a way to close out this championship. Wow.
That was so fun to watch. Hunter Lawrence getting past Dean Wilson on that last lap. Huge shout out to Hunter, but also huge shout out to Dino right there on the 1. The grit, the determination, like I said, to even be out there. How about this guy, Joey Savacci, rolling around for about 5 or 6 laps now on a rear flat.